is The Agenda on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Live at the World Green Economy Summit, accelerating the future of the green economy.
And the summit is hosting some of the most important discussions on achieving net zero. But alongside reducing those emissions, we're also being reminded of the very real human impacts of a changing planet. And this week, a major report published by the British Medical Journal warned that global cancer deaths could rise to 18 million, a staggering figure, a year by 2050, driven by growing populations, ageing societies, and rising exposure to risk factors, things like pollution, poor diets, and lack of early detection. To help us understand what this means, it's quite a scary statistic, both globally here in the UAE. I'm joined on the line now by Dr. Shaheenah Dawood. She's consultant medical oncologist at Mediclinic City Hospital here in Dubai. She's also an internationally recognised expert in cancer care and research. Hello, Dr. Dawood. Thank you for joining the agenda today.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation for such an important topic.
Yeah, I mean, this new research from the BMJ paints a really, really sobering picture when I read it. 18 million deaths a year by 2050. What's driving that increase?
So I think you need to put the numbers into perspective. Almost every year, the data actually comes out in Lancet, and then everyone sort of picks up that data. And according to the latest publication that's actually just come out, like you mentioned, yes, 18 million new cancer cases per year, associated with 10.4 million deaths associated with cancer. But when you're looking at the cancer statistics and specifically looking at those cancer deaths, when you look at the age standardized adjustment, it's actually decreasing, which means that what's driving a lot of the incidents that we're seeing in terms of cancer cases that are happening every year is the fact that we've got a growing population and we've got an aging population. Now, what's interesting about that particular publication that you're referring to are 2 points. Number one, yes, there is an increase. Yes, it's a staggering increase. But the UAE is actually doing very well with the best actually age standardized adjusted cancer deaths, which means that if you're looking at a specific age group now compared to a specific age group 10 years ago, the incidence associated with cancer death has actually decreased. And that's because of the fact that we have some of the best, therapeutic modalities associated with the management of patients with cancer. So it's important to put that into perspective. But yes, government officials, countries as a whole will need to start putting policies in place to be able to accommodate this staggering rise.
Yeah, I mean, you have just guessed my second question, Doctor. I was going to ask how the UAE compares. And it's great that we do well here. And obviously, we do have very, very good treatments and medical standards here. So we are in the best place. We are here at the World Green Economy Summit. So I need to probably ask you if environmental factors like air quality are associated heavily to cancer risk. We know that smoking and obesity is, but, does our environment affect our likelihood of getting cancer?
Oh, 150%. I mean, if you go back to the same publication, almost 40% of the associated deaths and the incidence was actually attributable to these modifiable risk factors, the biggest of which is the environment associated with pollution, as well as other behavioral risk factors, including obesity, including uncontrolled blood sugars. And then, of course, you've already mentioned tobacco use and alcohol consumption. But yes, pollution is going to contribute significantly to the development of cancer, and also in terms of impacting the prognostic association with a cancer diagnosis. And it's up to us as a community to actually address this, because it is a modifiable risk factor.
Okay. I mean, I kind of think ignorance is bliss with air quality sometimes. I just don't look at it, and then I continue living my life here. There's nothing bad about the UAE in my eyes. So,
no, absolutely. But, the United Arab Emirates is like the best place in the world to live, and we all know that. But as the population increases, and I'm sure you've been stuck in that heavy traffic that we've been experiencing for the last couple of years as well. And as we have more construction going on, we will eventually be impacted also in terms of air quality and pollution. And so we need to recognize and acknowledge that it will become a problem, and we need to start putting things into place to actually protect us.
Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom here, even though it might be for the rest of the world.
No.
But I feel like we need to end on a positive note, Doctor. What gives you hope? Are there any breakthroughs or initiatives that you're particularly excited about that could shift this trajectory?
150%. First of all, UAE is at the forefront of innovation, and I just want to say that there is a new drug out there that's just been approved by the UAE before even the FDA in the US. We are the first in the world to approve these major breakthroughs. We recognize that we need to help our patients very, very early on. And the growth of precision oncology that's happened in the last decade or so has been so tremendous. And as physicians, we've recognized that we need to bring it to the clinic so quickly that it's positively improving prognostic outcome of patients diagnosed with cancer. But more so, UAE has recognized and the world has recognized that prevention is better than cure. And as we put those things in place, I am sure with time, the incidence will also decrease.
Thank you so much for that analysis there. That was the voice of Dr. Shaheenah Dawood. She is consultant medical oncologist at Mediclinic City Hospital in Dubai. She's also an internationally recognised expert in cancer care and research. Thank you so much for coming on the agenda today. So it's not all bad news in terms of those cancer figures. I'm interested to find out more about that new drug that's been approved. We might try and get that on the show next week.
The Agenda on Dubai Eye 103.8.
And if you like what you hear, please do subscribe to the Agenda podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you'd like to listen to us live, we're on every day from 10 until 1.